Today is Thursday, the 18th of September 2025, and I'm going to do the crossword. Let's see what we've got. Okay, customizable all-in-one internet digest. My goodness, I don't know. Like some nouns, so let's see if I can seek out an easy one somewhere, usually the shorter ones. There aren't a lot of shorter ones today. It is Thursday after all. Terse reply to why, perhaps, 31 across. Terse reply to why, no, nothing comes to mind. 28 down, quality to which a unique, something unique, 6-character code is assigned in graphic design. 6-character code, so I think of colors here, because you use hex codes to do your RGB, which are 2 characters each, so hue, quality being hue. Let's go with that. And then an equine hybrid could be some sort of horse mixed with something else. So HO, equine meaning horse related. 26 down, France's third largest city after Paris and Marseille. It must be Lyon, since it's the only thing that fits. Now I'm less certain here, but I'll come back to that. I don't want to get too distracted. In Bonn, that would be ein. Bonn is in Germany, and they say ein when they mean one. I don't know why they do that. Okay, Lars Ulrich is the Metallica drummer. A barrier to entry, I want to say style, like a turnstile. I've only ever seen them referred to as turnstiles rather than simply styles. Harry Styles, maybe. He's a barrier. Anyway, sister of Helios, I want to say Eos. I don't know why I want to say Eos. My knowledge of Greek mythology is poor, but it fits, and that's the most important thing. Shoots for the stars. Okay, see here I would say aims high, but high doesn't fit. So maybe it's not, because that made me question 10 down for a second there, because I thought it might be aims high, but no, it's not that. I mean, it could be. I could just be completely wrong. Sought after, desired. 18 across, desired. Fortuitous gift. Fortuitous gift. I'm not too sure. Slothfulness. 13 down. This combination of letters is really odd. Slothfulness. No, I'm not sure. Chewed out. No, I'll need to come back to that area. Let's see if there's some more easy ones lying around. See, Kong, I would have thought Donkey Kong, but that doesn't fit. Unless there's a Rebus, which there may well be. There may well be, but I'll have to think of a different Kong. Oh my goodness, how could I forget? The original and the best, King Kong. Multiple choice catch-alls. This would be like other, or something along those lines. Meaning you've got option A, B, C, D, and then all of the above, but I'm going to stick with King Kong here, just because it fits. Alright, borderer of the Indian state of Sikkim. So that's in the northeast of India. It kind of juts out into our good friend Nepal. Alright, Italy's third largest city would be Naples, because we're using the English spelling here, Rome and Milan. Otherwise it would be Napoli. Oops. But it's not Napoli, it's Naples. Like some shoes at the cobbler's, not too sure. So this is italicized, so there's a theme here that I have no awareness of just yet. Actions, let me just read it first. Action star Jet in a nutshell. Jet Li. Why would he be in a nutshell? I assume they're referring to Jet Li. So he did like kung fu stuff. Kung fu doesn't fit. Alright, I'll come back to that. Play, fight, spa, perhaps. Okay, so then some shoes at the cobbler's would be resold. That's what you do when you take your shoes to the cobbler. Ascertained bit by bit, I think, is gleaned. Yes. Close contemporary, age something? Like age like or something? I mean, it's obviously not age like, that would be weird. I think age something. And then 59 down, if you ask me. So because I put the U there, I'm thinking it's text speak. So it'd be, in my opinion, IMO. A close contemporary age mate? I don't like that word. That's odd. Don't ever call me an age mate. Mate. Alright, kind of illusion. Okay, optical. So it's not Hong Kong, clearly. Oh, it's Hong Kong, though. It wasn't any sort of ape. It was a place in China. Alright. And it was other, after all. I should have just written it down, to be honest. Alright. Sartre, of course, wrote existentialism is humanism. Do some storytelling, that would be narrate. And I suppose Pelican is action star Jet Li in a pecan. I love that. That's hot. Oh, yes. Yes. Good. This is why we do the crossword, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Jet Li in a pecan. It's a pelican. Alright, Ira Gershwin. Happy with that. Spread some dirt. Gossip, of course. And an invader's tactic being to siege. That all adds up. That's all hunky-dory. Garden guardians, those would be gnomes. You put gnomes to... Whoops, that's not how you spell gnomes. You put gnomes in your garden to protect. Is that why people put gnomes in their gardens? I don't think that... Anyway. Muscle car whose name evokes a US road trip. I feel like it'd be, Pan Am or something along those lines. Obviously, I don't know American cars because I'm not American. Let's try 57 down. Its youngest host was a 7-year-old Drew Barrymore in 82. I guess that's SNL. That's quite young to be hosting SNL. Good for her. She was in E.T., I guess, that year. It's on me. Don't worry about the check. 60 across. It's on me. Alright, arcade staple with a joystick. I can see a G, I can see an M, so some sort of game. That's what I'm going to lock in there. A Trans Am? As part of the trans agenda there? Trans-American? Because they're going to turn everyone trans? Anyway, words before a contingency plan. Not too sure. First person, not too sure. Oh, I think it might be... I think it might be Adam. Like Adam and Eve. And then words before a contingency plan. I'm not going to lock that in. But I'll keep it in my back pocket. A steeplechase unit. So they go over, what are those things called? Hurdles, don't they? Oh, maybe they don't. Oh, they go over steeples? Is that what they're called? No, I don't really know. A constellation whose name is Latin for lizard. Is this one of those... No, I don't think it's, Zodiac one, because I don't think lizard is in the Zodiac, as far as I'm aware. Oh, goodness. I think those are castles. Yes. 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 That's all there is to it. US history or calculus BC, that'll be a class. I'm going to guess AP, advanced placement class. Thank you, US culture, for infiltrating my brain. Credit cards, so to speak. Plastic. Put it on plastic, baby. Alright, a lap. Okay, that's much simpler than I expected. Heart-pumping stuff. Beginning with a P. Not too sure. Passport or driver's license, in a manner of speaking. So I've got an ID. Inside, a manner of speaking, meaning an accent. Yes, which leads to us having an accident. ID inside an accent. Accident. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Inside of a mid. That's 35 down. Bar from the bank. Bar from the bank. My mind is going to like a sandbank or a sandbar, but the beginning with I is making me question everything. Let's go back to 31 across. A terse reply to why. Why? That doesn't help. Maybe it's not Hugh, because then, horsey. What a ridiculous thing to put in there. Alright, let's try 8 down. Victorious military underdog in the Bible. Alright, who was an underdog in the Bible? Davide. Right? David Goliath, yes. Military, though, not really. He just chucked a rocket at some dude's head. Not really a military skirmish. Goodness. Okay, tennis do-over in a way. So we've got let being a tennis do-over. In a way would be like a route or a road or... Okay, so it's going to be 5 letters, whatever it is, cut in half. I'll come back to that once I've got something else to work with. Chewed out, berated. Alright, there we go. Berated. Let's see. Shoots for the stars. Goes big. Yes. Alright. Aims high, goes big. Same sort of concept, but you're shooting for the stars there. Slothfulness, I would have thought idle something, maybe? But then, no, it doesn't even work. It's desired, I'm feeling pretty solid about. Lars, fairly certain that's his name. A fortuitous gift would be a godsend. Good. Thumbs down from me, I vote no. Yes. Oh, and then slothfulness would be inertia. Sure, why not? A thingum, that'd be a doodad. Doodad. Oh, why did I misspell berated there? Berated, a doodad. A sports bet based on total points scored over under, I think. I've heard that phrase before. Goal to shoot for, you shoot for par. A large chemical container, that'd be a vat. A bar from the bank would be an ingot. We're talking about gold here. A bar of gold in a bank, a literal bank. Holdings of winnings. Holdings of winnings. Not too sure. Superman portray a Christopher in so many words. So his name was Christopher Reeve. In so many words, something A-N-T. In so many words, maybe a rant? Could be a rant. A rare event. I should have just read what I had typed in. Let's see. Arcade staple with a joystick. Something game. Prime gain. No, not too sure. Curved lines on sheet music. Slurs. Yes. In honor of Charlie Kirk. School with a satellite campus in Calexico. What the heck is Calexico? It's like California/Mexico. Huh. Is that a town or is that a state? I don't know. Alright, variety of bark. I reckon it's like arf. That's a variety of bark. Rosh Hashanah horns. This is going to be a word that you either know or you don't. And I don't. So there's not really much to work with here. I haven't really, despite travelling the entire grid, haven't come closer to figuring out this corner. Mid-East capital, because Mid-East, I'll come back to that. Something you might change on a bed. You could might change on a bed. Flower. Let's try that. Gideon? Is that someone? Gideon? And then honey. Goodness gracious. A horse crossed with a what? With a bunny? No, you should not be crossing horses with bunnies. Tennis do-over. So we have let, and then O-U-T-E. So roulette. Yes, that makes sense. Holdings of winnings. Pots make sense if we're talking about poker winnings. And the W does not make sense. So maybe it's not flower. I thought I was being clever there. Something you might change. Would you change it? No, you don't change your flowers in a flower bed. Or do you? I don't know anything about gardening. This one there's only 2 letters missing, but I don't know what they are. Heart pumping stuff. Could it be plasma? I don't know what plasma has to do with heart pumping. I think it's a component of blood, but sure, why not? First person solo. Alright, I think that's what that means. La Quarta being the constellation, which I've never heard of. No, it's not that, because I own not does not make sense. Words before a contingency plan, if not. Okay, first person being self. So the constellation is Lacerta, I suppose. Again, never heard of it. An arcade staple with a joystick. Crane game? Oh, yes, it is a crane game. I assumed it was an arcade box, one of those ones with like a fighting game or something. No, the crane. A terse reply to why. Alright, because I said so. Alright, so then prize pots would be the holdings of winnings. And then hinny. Now, what? First of all. And second of all, what? Alright, I'll come back to that. Something you might change on a bed. Still don't know. Still do not feel like I'm any closer to knowing what that is. This whole northwest corner is something else. And that something else is difficult. Counterparts of countesses. Would it be a count? No, I guess it's earls, right? I suppose. Earls and countesses. God forbid countesses get with counts and earlesses get with earls. That would be too simple, wouldn't it? Bloody Brits. Alright, one might say big savings all week. Some sort of ad, I reckon. Big savings all week, like a print ad, newspaper ad. Oh yeah, ARF I should probably not store there. I'll store that in my brain because I don't have enough crossings to validate it. Alright, a satellite campus in Calexico. Jeez. I want to say San Diego something because that's on the border. That's a place that's in California and very close to Mexico. I'll put the S there. I don't know what is in between Diego and university, but I'll put the S there. And it makes sense. Takes turns. It'll be something ending in S. And ES really does not help me. It does not help me at all with one down. Alright, something you might change on a bed. Still, I don't feel like I'm any closer. Goodness, I don't even see this one. 6 down. Nickname for the medieval Spanish knight, Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar. A nickname for a medieval Spanish knight. So he's got to be pretty well known if he's going to be in the bloody crossword. yeah, I mean, the only Spanish knight I can think of is Don Quixote. And that doesn't fit. Unless he had another nickname. Or maybe I'm thinking of someone entirely different. Which I suspect I am. Meditation chant, in a sense, I reckon it's that's the chant. And then senses, I might just have to do this by a process of elimination. So the senses that we have are sight, which doesn't fit, because it'll be, 5 letters, I reckon. I'm constructing this from first principles, and I may well be completely off. All right, sight, hearing, taste, Tom. Okay, maybe not. And I also don't know the positioning of the OM. Like, it could be over here, but that also doesn't work. Let's try that. And I lost touch. Too much. Yes. I cannot believe that worked. I'll take it. I needed a breakthrough, and ladies and gentlemen, I got it. A Mideast capital now. See, capital with an A, that means money, right? Doesn't it? So then we're not talking about a location, but no, we are talking about a location, and that location is Doha. I outthought myself there. Game played on an 8x8 board. No, I don't know. I do not know. Like some nouns, don't know. A customizable, all-in-one internet digest. Is it? Oh, it was the thing that I thought it was, that I just didn't. I don't even know why I didn't just write it down, an RSS feed. Because I kept thinking RSS, and I'm like, well, it's not going to be RSS because there's all these other letters. But yes, it's the full phrase is an RSS feed. And this is very outdated. I don't know that anyone uses RSS feeds anymore. I certainly don't. Takes turns, re something. Re something. I don't know what the something is. One might say, alright, so this was some type of ad. So it's not a radio ad, it's not a TV ad, it's not a newspaper ad. What the ads even are there? I'm not too sure. Yeah, again, I don't know anything about Rosh Hashanah. Some nouns are feminine, I guess. Not in this language. English. But in other European and well, a lot of other languages, there are feminine nouns, there are masculine nouns, and there are sometimes even other types of nouns. Gets away with alludes. All right, things are happening. You might change a diaper in a bed. Oh, goodness me. El Cid. Oh my god, finally unlocked. Thank goodness. I thought I was going to be stuck here for hours. Gave a sneak preview of... Oh no, it was going so well. It's going so well. And now I'm not. Gave a sneak preview of... like glimpsed or... leaked or... Gave a sneak preview of, glanced. I don't know, when you give someone a sneak preview, you're like letting them in on some sort of secret. Goodness, I'm not too sure. And this game, something ending in hello or ello, yellow? No, it ends in an O. So, and look, the only word that looks like that is hello. So, oh my god, I actually know the word shofar. Where did that come from? How did that come out of my brain? All right, ARF was ARF. ARF. Takes turns, rotates. Teased, like a teaser. Big savings. Store at. The game is Othello. Right. Now this is a good Thursday. 24 minutes, 29 seconds. I think that's a little bit longer than I would normally take. I think part of that is thinking out loud requires a bit more effort than not thinking out loud. But that was good. I quite liked the theme. This meditation chant in a sense. You shove something. When they just put a word inside a word and then it creates a whole new phrase, like that's what it's all about here, folks. That's why we do this. What were some weird ones? I vote. I was like, Ivotino? Hinny. Now what? An equine. So what are we combining here? A horse with a inny. What ends in INNY? Folks, I'm going to Google this afterwards, but for right now, I think that's ridiculous. that there exists an animal called a hinny. There should not be such a thing. It needs like a respectable name, and hinny is just not respectable. Yeah, that's Thursday, September 18th, 2025.